Alrighty, then. This is the All-Star Race Review. And, as you can tell by the tone of my voice, let's see if I can... There we go. No, there's not a big old light in front of my face. So now, the race has passed, and Chase Elliott is the official winner of this race. I guess now it's time just to talk about the All-Star race now. So, you know... There were a lot of good intentions with the All-Star race tonight. Like, I like some of the ideas NASCAR did. I don't like some of the ideas NASCAR did. I'll get into that. But first, I have to just say this all right now. I think I'm over the All-Star. I'm just done with the All-Star race officially. And the reason why is just because lately the All-Star race is just a test session for NASCAR's new gimmicky ideas, you know? Like with that package they had in 2018, that was just a test session and not really more of a race. Same thing with 2019 in an instance, but people seem to forget about that because the fight between Ryan Newman and Clint Bowyer, which wasn't an unfair fight, and then Kyle Larson also won that race, which was like the first race he's won in NASCAR in like a million years since 2017. At the time and all that, and yeah, that's just what I think. But this All-Star race, I think I just need to say this, and I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna say that probably next year, but this has got to be the most terrible All-Star race I think I've ever seen. Yes, you're damn right, I did not enjoy anything from this race at all. I didn't enjoy anything. The only good race that it had to offer from Bristol, and the also thing is that sucks here is that I'm saying that I said it's a terrible race, and that's at Bristol, one of my favorite racetracks, probably of all of motorsports, and probably all of NASCAR too. It beats out Auto Club by a margin for me. But yeah. The only good thing from this weekend, or from this race day, was the All-Star Open. You know, the qualifying race where all the drivers have to get in and all that. That was the best race of the day. And I just ate some chips. Some chips and then some chips, yeah. Potato fries, if you don't know. If you're not from the UK. If you're not from the UK, you probably won't get that. But anyways, that was the best race, and I'll tell you why. So I don't know why, but it feels like that. It feels like that. I don't know. It feels like the All-Star Open. I don't know what is it for me. Like, I thought it was the best race of the day, and I don't know if it's just because all the undefeated teams were there, or maybe it was just the drama that was in that race too. Which there was definitely a lot of drama in that race, and I'll talk a little bit about that. But anyways, the All-Star Open provided lots of intense racing. Tyler Reddick almost spun out. There were 4 wide for the lead. My man D Burrito was just trying to get through all that mess, and he did advance to the All-Star race, which I'll get into in a little bit. But the big controversy coming out of the All-Star Open was the Bubba Wallace and Michael McDowell incident. Now, before I get into the incident itself, I would just like to say that I don't hate each and any other driver. You know? I don't hate any of them. I don't really hate any NASCAR drivers in the Cup Series, except for Joey Logano. And the only reason is because I just think he's just an asshole. That's just what I think. He's a douchebag. He's a dick, practically. You know? And I don't want to use I don't want to use any bad language here, but I mean, I will admit that move that Michael McDowell did to Bubba Wallace, that was not really good, okay? You know, I get Michael McDowell is trying to get into the All-Star race. He's just really asking for a lot of desperation and all that. And I don't really think turning Bubba Wallace into the wall, and also karma from him, because William Byron then turned him and all that. So I feel, so yeah, Bubba Wallace had every right, to be angry with him, but I mean, the deal with this Bubba Wallace is I understand he's a very emotional guy, and I don't blame him from that. A lot of people just get emotions, Your emotions can really get the better of you and all of that. But I don't really know what to think of Bubba Wallace's interview afterwards, I was expecting, okay, he's probably just going to call out Michael McDowell, call him an idiot and all that. But then he starts talking about his religion, which, by the way, if you do not know, Michael McDowell is one of the most religious drivers in the field. He's obviously a Christian and all that. I literally have 2 K-Love cars back there that I could show you. I think so, maybe, but I'll have to look. But like I said, he was talking about his religion and all that. I don't really know what he specifically said, but I'm like, oh God. And that was the part of the interview that kind of threw me off a little bit. Now, I'm not hating Bubba on this, but I can tell that he's just that, honestly, Bubba does not say the smart things, honestly. And maybe I'm going to get backlash from this, but I mean, I'm not saying he did anything wrong, but I don't know really what to make of it, honestly. And the deal with me is that, okay, dude, if you don't believe in any if you don't believe in any God or any whatever, if you don't believe like in Christianity, or you're not a Muslim or you're not Catholic, just please give respect to people that have faith, Please give respect to people that have faith. That's only what I'm asking you, okay? Just don't really go out and just say, because I don't know why, but I just feel like Bubba Wallace just attacked really Michael McDowell because of his faith and all that. I know I'm just gonna get backlash from this, but I don't care. I do not care. The only thing I'm trying to say here is please respect people that have faith, and they may respect you. That's what I'm saying. But getting back to the actual All-Star, back to the All-Star Open, Alex Almirola won the first stage. Then it was William Byron. Then it was Matt DiBarito, and then it was Clint Bowyer that won the fan vote. And that was a pretty good All-Star Open. I mean, I'm not saying that it beats the 2018 or the 2017 All-Star Open. That was an incredible race, my dude. Oh gosh, man, and also 2016 as well. So so getting back to the actual so now talk about the actual All-Star race. What can I say? Okay, in short, I thought it was a terrible race. It was a really terrible race. And the reason why I say that is because, well, the problem is that the race was just too short. Like 70 laps around Bristol? That is just way too short. Like, I feel like you could have extended this race maybe to just make this race a bit more longer, okay? Make it as long as maybe like a truck race. But no, instead this race is like 70 laps, which it works for Charlotte and maybe another mile and a half. But it doesn't work at a short track. The race was too short. That was the problem. And there was hardly any battles for the lead. And considering that there was no practice, no qualifying for some of these drivers, they couldn't really handle anything with the race cars. Legit. Ryan Blaney dominated the first half of the race. Then it was Chase Elliott. That's the only thing interesting that happened. There were a few minor spins here and there, but it really did not feel like a Bristol race to me. It just felt more like a qualifying session, Like, what is the race? Like an hour long? That's what it felt like to me. It felt like an hour-long practice session. And I don't understand why people are praising this race so much. Is it just because it was at a short track, which I understand we definitely do need a lot more short tracks, but I just hate people to be biased about Bristol, and I'm not being biased here at all. Even though I love Bristol, I hated this. I did not like this race, okay? I won't use hate anymore, okay? Hate is just a strong word. But, yeah, that was just a terrible race. And also talking about... And once again, it just feels like another test session. Like, NASCAR was trying out some new ideas, like the choose cone rule, which... I was skeptical, but I'm like, you know what? Maybe this does work. Now, I'm not saying use this at every race, which a lot of people are saying now on Twitter, but honestly, I hate people on Twitter are so retarded sometimes. There's some good people on there, and then there's stupid. There's the smart, and then there's the stupid. I don't think that's really a saying, but works for me. But anyways, the choose cone rule should only stay at short tracks. And that's about it. Do not put it like on a mile and a half or anything like that. I don't know. I don't really know about that rule. Like, okay, if this race was longer, maybe it would have done something even better. But I was just not fully invested into this race. The number placements on the cars, if you do follow me on Instagram or any social media, you probably would have known that I just hate it. I don't really need to explain it. And then the underglow for the cars, the lights that they had. That is real, Okay, I honestly thought, I'm just going to give you an example here. I just have a Joey Logano car right here. I was expecting, example, let's pretend Joey Logano ran the AAA car during the All-Star race. I would expect the underglow to be blue or red or whatever, like the base color of the car. Like for Kurt Busch, at the Nashville Reward Ceremony, he had a green underglow lights, and I thought that was pretty fantastic. Same thing with Kyle Larson. He had a blue one instead. I thought they were going to go full on with the underglow, but they didn't, and they just had some ugly colors underneath the car. They had the colors of the manufacturer. Like Chevy had the ugliest one of all. Proves why Chevy sucks. I don't need to get into that. Chevy just sucks. Okay, honestly, that's just it. Buy a Toyota or a Ford or a better car other than them. Buy a Honda. That's what I'm recommending as a car person myself. So the underglow, it sucked. This race sucked. I don't honestly what you want me to expect. This video is 12 minutes long, and half of the video was talking about the All-Star Open. And, and Chase Elliott also won the All-Star race, too, which, hey, congrats to him, man. Honestly, congrats to Chase, but no disrespect to him or anything like that, or no disrespect to the Hendrick team, but I just hate it. I hate the All-Star race. I just hate it. I do not think I will not be invested into this race unless maybe you make, if you're going to still race at Bristol for the All-Star race, make the race longer and make it actually interesting. And also bring qualifying and practice back too. That's all I have to say. I'm done. So I'll see you at Texas, I guess. I don't even know what to say.